So this is a funning towing car game, as we're absolutely the game title has been called. If before I just able to spawn this vehicle, I make sure that it should be my ability to contain for just a little bit. It is going to be containing for some loud crashes one of these vehicles, as this must be a Mid-Ohio race. This must be the fake Mid-Ohio, before we're going to be making for the fastest lap times, before we're hitting on to Gran Turismo 2 testing for just, we have all cars of these all the way. We have all touring cars is Japanese. Until first, we have a Subaru Legacy. Wait a second, it's a Subaru Impreza JTCCC versus the Audi A4 British touring car. Another one is Lister Storm, which is exactly how fast it is, but how matter why. Is it gonna be for some Gran Turismo 2? It's a top car racing for just a little bit. And another one, it just absolutely slams down into the ground. It must be a Renault Laguna for just a little bit for this one. And because of this place just absolutely live in for a BH heli for its only one for located in South Asians. And another one is Ford Mondeo, which is absolutely pretty a little bit small. It is a British car. Vauxhall Vectra for just a little bit. It's a Vectra for just as well. And this is how that I saw for a pale Vauxhall. That I just made not pretty for just a saw like this one. So this must be a Vauxhall for this one. If I just gonna be entering, this is how it's extremely fast. Peugeot 406. Oh, that's gonna hurt for just a little bit for only once. This is a Peugeot 406, but all cars are just way more cost. Is this for a law-breaking vehicles? For South Asians, that should make for an outlaw vehicles. It's just the way it's absolutely pretty terrible. Ford Puma kit car. It's exactly how the Ford Puma is, which is it's not a South Asians. This is absolutely delivers to Brazilian vehicles as well. What absolutely this will be absolutely going to be taking for this small car for just a little bit. Absolutely. Subaru Impreza for just a little bit. This is the 22B WRC. The Subaru Impreza, and that must be the World Rally car for just a little bit. And next one is the Renault Clio Cup car, which is absolutely pretty big, so I have about to start it with this out. Another one is Nissan Primera British touring car. This must be the Nissan Primera. Was absolutely pretty weird, and it's absolutely the same as Pontiac. It's not the same as Pontiac for the 1980s NASCAR, because it's not pretty look like this. It's absolutely some kind of just a little bit. It's absolutely imported to BH in Indonesia. So it looks like another one. And because of there's someone, and that is all the cars that I absolutely that we're gonna be trying to say. Let's try for some kind of a little bit for beginners, using the Renault Cup car as well, and hearing a little bit of crashes. So let's gonna be getting inside of the vehicle. And because available transmissions is only automatic, not sequential or manual transmission as well, before the following lap times goes, that I absolutely splint there that we're gonna be absolutely trying to do like this. Before the out lap starts, I'm gonna be trying to do like I'm just never able to say. If the lap times does not able to get count, it will be slightly able to get doomed for corner cuttings as well. And reach the limited for just a little bit of time, it's gonna be reaching onto limit of revolutions per minute will be 6,000 RPM, and it's gotta be something a little bit for as well, driving in the Mid-Ohio over itself everything before the classic lap times is considered. Oh my gosh, a very crash with these things as well. That should burn me out for just all the way down here into oversteers and crazy power slides overall. If because of this one was absolutely not pretty insane, but look at this one and slam down over here and made the car damage. Looks like I'm stepping out of the vehicle and delete this thing. We're gonna be respawned and we'll take it on for the first laps. And because I'll be careful out here, because there are dangerous things to come, and because of this monstrosity, it will be gonna be taking a little bit much as well. I'll be slowing down without doing power slides as possible, but you sure we have to be careful about this thing, because look out, it will be absolutely going to be trying to take on for the first laps and take on Lister Storm. If this is absolutely for an unknown location about this track and about the funny touring car game, it is absolutely pretty quite weird as well. If I just went off the track, the tires or rims blurs out in some other kinds of all four wheels in all forms, but today we'll be absolutely taking for a faster lap times whatsoever. If we're going to be taking for a Mary for a little bit much times, I think I'm pretty not sure this is absolutely going to be taking for oversteers for so much if this car is going to get a little bit hurt, but this is absolutely going to be straight perfectly on site for just a little bit of oversteer and just a little bit power slides, and it gets the lap times as well. So, but fortunately, if this is some kind of just a little bit mistake, before we're going to be finishing on lap times, we're just absolutely doing for our final turn before it will going to be ending for just a little bit one time, and slightly off the track with no corner cuts, and we don't have any kinds of dollars. Let's see for our first results with the Renault Cup Clio as well. So looks like winning for under 60 seconds was not an option, because finishing under 60 seconds is quite easy a little bit for this one. But I congratulated for myself that I'm going to be using for the Lister Storm. But even though it is absolutely going to be taking for a British cars, whatever that we're going to be using for the Renault Laguna for just a little bit for once again. So if I'm just going to be taking a little bit for too much as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars as well. But only one car left is not going to be available for this one. It won't be absolutely going to be releasing for this one. But these are just licensed cars for just inside of Gran Turismo 2 game. It's a touring car championships that I just spawn out here in Nissan Primera. If I'm just going to be entering towards into it, I'm just going to be using for the JGTC within this car. But it's an all-wheel drive car as well. So before we're going to be making to the straight, let me show you this is how we're going to be taking for a little bit much, as before we're going to be taking onto this next step before I never going to be making onto this guest. Before I made a little bit for just a various trouble that I'm just using for this car, troubly that I'm going to be using for just only one thing. It is about for Gran Turismo 2 or Top Car Racing Driver 2 or 3. Looks like it's absolutely feels a little bit for going off tracks. I made a crash for just instant, but looks like we're going to be heading on, and I have to be careful by using this car. I'm not pretty sure this is some kind of a funny touring car game, and crush it down. I have to repair one car before it's absolutely going to be easy call. So looks like we're going to be getting all the way down into inside, and I'll make sure this is not going to be very possible as well. As like I say, if this is not possible, now it's going to be very impossible. If you're going to be going inside of the cockpit on the inside of this vehicle, maybe inside of this vehicle in the onboard view was just not able to use it for just a little bit. And inside of the cockpit of this car, it will be absolutely going to be getting onto some kind of this one, but you can't see throughout the windows as well. So it looks like we're going to be coming onto this one before the lap time counts. Looks like we're going to be coming onto this all the way down into the inside, and before this is absolutely going to be making to this little bit power slides, accidentally hit the brakes. But looks like we're going to be taking for just a little bit longer. It sounds like a V4 engine as well, including the V6 for this Renault Clio. Looks like we just absolutely saved myself throughout for this out tracks for just a little bit. But looks like I won't be able to finish for under 1 minute as well. Under 60 seconds will be going to be quite impossible. But hit the wall, and we just failed the lap as well. So looks like I'm just jumping out of the car, and the car flips it automatically when I just jump out of the car. So looks like I have to delete the vehicle. But only way that I'm just going to be travel back is by using the Audi A4. I can't able to drive around for this vehicle, because using like an absolute using for only one thing, I'm probably to say using a Ford Mondeo. So it looks like it's absolutely gonna be weird that I'm heading back home. Since the results is started to get bad, looks like I'm feeling a little bit weird too, but we have to end up this video literally fast. Before we're gonna be end of this video, we wanted to talk about for this game, and because of loud crashes too. So absolutely, we're gonna be spawning a Vauxhall VIP here. So it's not a Vauxhall, it's a Vectra as well. So before we're gonna be changing onto camera mode, it's unavailable to use for a free cam as well. So let's gonna be spawning for a Lister Storm and pretty smashes as well for this time. So if you like for today's video that I'm gonna be using professionally by using a GT1 cars as well. And before we're gonna be making onto the start, make sure you leave a like on this game and subscribe to my channel as well. So here in this game is gonna be linked in the description down below. And thanks for watching. That I just gonna be trying to say, and this is gonna be very weird that I only to say. So thanks for watching. That I'm gonna be taking all the way down as here. So if this is absolutely gonna be feel not so necessary at all, which is I might gonna be careful around for this track. If I'm not gonna be careful, then I gotta be crushed it all the way down to here. I just feel extremely stressful about this vehicle, except Lister Storm. If this is gonna be taking for just a little bit, and we'll be find out it was. And I got distracted by my sister, but I'm sorry for this. This is Super Concept signing off. That is absolutely gonna be going inside of the Lister Storm for the very first time. It wasn't absolutely gonna be taking for a GT1 lap times. I'm gonna be parking the car inside of this one. And not to mention that I just might be able to get crashing myself. But it's absolutely gonna be doing for just like a GT Sport mode. So looks like I'm pretty okay. And this is Turbo Concept over and out.